The facade of the Scottsdale Training and Rehab Services Center may be unassuming, and even the work inside, refurbishing your old remotes, may not be riveting. But it's the people behind the work that's doing more than bringing new life to your remote. It's giving theirs purpose.
Well, I saw you at the party.
Jacob Teeters is one of them. His excitement may be hidden, but his work ethic is clear as day.
Jacob doesn't read, Jacob doesn't write. It was just a conscious decision to find a program for Jacob, something that not only gave him a little bit of money, which is great, the money's great, but more importantly is training him to be a good coworker.
Victor Teeters uprooted his family in Ohio and specifically moved to Phoenix because the state was still offering a certificate known as a 14C.
Several county officials asked us not to come to their state because that it was so difficult. There were so few programs.
If you've never heard of a 14C, you are not alone. The certificate is offered through the Department of Labor. It allows companies to pay people with disabilities sub-minimum wage, meaning a company can pay someone anywhere between a few dollars an hour to more than minimum wage. The program dates back to 1938 under President Franklin Roosevelt. The intent was to encourage employers to hire people with disabilities. In December, under then-President Biden's administration, the Labor Department pushed to end it.
People with disabilities are clearly in the community, clearly employable.
JJ Rico wants to see the end of 14C, and not for the reasons you may think. As the CEO of Disability Rights Arizona and the father to a son with disabilities, he feels people with limitations, despite their setback, deserve at least minimum wage.
I think we have to educate these employers that a person with a disability is employable.
And so everybody is just so very much into the work process here. Is this what it's like every day?
This is what it's like.
Claudia Chavez doesn't negate that. She agrees, despite disabilities, people with limitations do deserve a fair wage. But it's not so cut and dry.
I think part of the problem is the term sub-minimum. It's not a sub-minimum, it's an adjusted wage. What we're doing is we're paying based on the ability at the time, and as our individuals get better, they progress up above, that minimum wage.
As the executive director of STARS, Chavez has seen progression and people move on to jobs outside of the program. She applauds that, but says it is not the path for everyone.
Have you heard of stories where the participants here do go and get a job that pays at least minimum wage, and they do not succeed?
Absolutely. I would say that's more of the reality.
Christopher Forrest fell into that. He's been with STARS for more than 20 years.
Christopher has a 2-hour-a-week job in the community, and he cherishes that, but it will never grow to more than 2 hours.
If the Department of Labor gets its way and ends 14C across the country, Chavez says STARS will lose $1.5 million in funding and would have to let go of nearly 40 participants. Christopher and Jacob could be part of that loss, when their parents say is far more detrimental than losing a paycheck.
This program is about giving these men and women opportunity, dignity, respect,